Yo, so the question I got: you raising your kids to the best of your ability. It comes to a point in their life where they feel like they know more than you. So they stop taking your guidance and start taking outside guidance.
Yeah.
How do you balance that? And what do you do? How do you the question? I'm trying to figure out what the question is. How do you combat that?
Yeah, I mean, basically, like, how do you try to make sure that the information you're giving them can not supersede, but at least hold the same weight as the outside influence, right?
Correct.
First thing I would say is that I don't know if you remember when you was a teenager, you really don't want to listen to your parents, and a lot of people raise their kids vicariously how they were raised by their parents. First thing I would tell you to do, brother, is you see the little time in between the work, all that shit, you busy, everybody busy, right? You have to really make time to break down everything that you have a problem with. So if you in your life and you have your daughter, you say, yo, sweetie, I'm bad at managing time. I'm bad at making sure that if I'm busy, I can't slow down. You got to kind of say, sweetie, I'm going to make a statement or effort to at least when I say something to you, it's going to hold more weight. Two, when you was a teenager, you have to remember that when you're hearing something, it sounds better coming not from your parent because of some resentment you may have coming from either way. Now, when you're dealing with picnic, you have things called fashion, you have things called style. Whatever's in fashion, whatever's in style is the hottest, beautiful thing to stay. The first, I don't want to put the right number, but let's say the first 9 to 13 years of a child is very important. So those years, those influences that they're getting is building a foundation. So if you as a father like me as a man, we might touch road and say, yo, we jump on a truck, we can't drive any truck, yeah, we try to make something work. You know what I say? You jump on the road, boom, dump truck, boom, or you jump on the road, over the road, and you're down the road for 6, 7 years, and you come back and you pick them now and see you. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense because in their brain, they're like, yo, daddy go on the road. He come and see me when he ready, but he ain't really trying to, they make sure we hear him trying, make him money in their eyes. So then you come and you're telling them something. They're like, yo, I don't even really rock with you like that on a regular basis. So what will you do? Character. You have to look at the problems in your character. Then from that, you have to talk to your daughter or talk to your son and say, yo, I've been living life. I'm not the best communicator. So what I mean is, it's not easy for people to talk to people, right? So you have to kind of try to bridge the gap. And that is very tricky because you could be in a volatile situation. You could be in a very, very hurtful situation. And the resentment each way is a tug of war. So when you're in a tug of war, you have to know when to pull and when to kind of ease up the slack on the rope right there. So you can back to balance again. And then you could always, it depends on what age the child is, because after 13, 14, 15, 16, it's going to be kind of difficult to try strong arm if you wasn't there on a foundational basis every day. So I'm going to give you a tricky one. After a while, the child has to kind of make a decision to want to seek out your advice. It's never too late. Depends on how the parenting did go on, but it's not going to be easy. A next word I'm going to put out there, dedication. If you can dedicate some of your free time to make sure that you go pick your daughter up, you give them scenarios. And I mean, me as a man, we used to go pick up a picnic 30, 40 minutes away, jump off the road, just drive from Chicago to Atlanta, boom, go and pick up, boom, come back. Small thing, drop them off on Sunday, boom, touch back on road, boom, drive another 750, 800, boom, nothing. We never really look on it like, oh, yeah, do something. No, it's not easy to try to put somebody else first. In my brain, it's very easy because I can say, yo, the feelings of my daughter or the feelings of the son, anybody could, misinterpret and say, oh, I feel like this. Yeah, man. But when you're dealing with the next generation of yourself, the gap, the bridge, if you can look in yourself to try relinquish, and the child too, that's really an open-ended question, really. Because it depends on what type of child you're dealing with, what's the damage. People that say, oh, well, let's get counseling. If you can't deal with it, you might need some outside help to try, help Wagwan. And that could hurt Wagwan too. It depends on what type of counseling. If you deal with problems in a certain scenario and the person don't really know nothing about them scenarios, it's not going to, it never will work. So, a next thing we could try is, Tina Turner mantra. You dress it how you want to dress it. Talking to existence is what me, that's what, that's what I and I call it now. You're talking into existence. So, you could definitely build with your daughter and say, yo, all right, we gotta try put this every time I see you. We'll say this 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and then we can start make a little mantra out of it. And then we have our mantra that we say together, and we build with that. And we start saying something positive, like we're not saying nothing negative about boom. We're not saying nothing negative about boom. We just try. It could be mother, grandfather, auntie, uncle. Every time we come together, we just want to make sure that positivity. Tell me what your problem is. We try to work on it. Me tell you, yo, if you could do this for me, boom, we can work on it. We can write it down and then we just try build. Because if you're not in a household on a daily basis and you're coming on the fly by the night or you get certain time set by the cart or you and the mama or you and whichever way to go, you and the next, work out a certain type of time. Or the lawyer, you get the judgment, from the court and them say, all right, well, this, all right. It can work, but it's very difficult. And the amount of energy and time you have to put into it, you kind of have to dedicate yourself to it. And it definitely will be tricky if you have one picnic here, one picnic there, living at the same state, garrison, living at the same county, parish. It get very tricky. Very tricky. So you kind of have to, take that, more like step by step and then try, don't really try for ton pan nothing that you know really, Oh man, just make it easy and try to work with it how it come. Because each situation is different. So I cannot give just a general answer on that one. I kinda have to just deal with it directly. See the type of trauma in one area. See the type of, neglect in a one area. Because usually there's been some, me not blame nobody, but could be through the argument of the parents, could be through, the disassociation of the daughter and the father, could be through the ego of the father or the mother and the son and the daughter. It's a lot of things, dog. Enough people not cleaning of them own self, dog. Them have some dirty, dirty, dirty ways. And they want to reflect upon them picnic and make it seem like it right. Enough of them picnic them grow with enough of them inhibitions in them body. So you have to kind of work with it when it's time to work with it, dog. Because if you look left, right, up, down, it's the same fight, dog. The same fight, man. You don't know, man. A blessings every time.